Yo Pendleton, Rebecca Sugar says, welcome to the party. Better late than never, I guess. Let's talk about it. Bubbline is finally canon! Yes! It's about damn time. What's up, guys, and welcome to the web's first must-see comic and nerd culture show. Welcome to the Comic Universe. I'm Dr. J. I've got a PhD in nerd culture, and I should know I've printed it out myself. And welcome back to another episode of I Ship It, the show here on Comic Universe where we in the universe discuss all our favorite ships and why we love them. Like, all our favorite ships all throughout nerd and pop culture. So, in this episode, we are going to be talking about, as I alluded to in the intro, the ship that is finally made canon thanks to the Adventure Time series finale, Come Along With Me. And that is, of course, Bubbline. The Marceline Bubblegum ship is finally canon. As I said in the intro, it's about damn time. So, Adventure Time means a lot to me. Like, Adventure Time obviously was the start of the cartoon renaissance over on Cartoon Network. You know, after Adventure Time came out, we got a bunch of other great shows like Regular Show, Gumball, Steven Universe, of course, which led to the OKKOs, Craig at the Creeks, and other shows like that. And, you know, like, Adventure Time just means a lot. It's a big part of, like, me kind of growing up. It's like my high school years type show, man. It means a lot to me, honestly. And if you go way back in the Wayback Machine to the my early days of YouTube, one of my first videos with DPZ was an Adventure Time Q&A. That was even back when I think I was still called J. Al Ghul back then. I might have still been called J. Al Ghul back then. I might have changed it to Mr. J's comic reviews, but I think I might have been called J. Al Ghul back then still. But it was definitely one of my early videos I did with DPZ back in the day, was an Adventure Time Q&A on his channel. So I love Adventure Time. And yeah, okay, like many people, because of its inconsistent schedule and like lack of promotion on Cartoon Network, I fell off the show. But one thing that I've always loved, and probably my favorite character, I don't know if you can see it. It's in the background here. You can see that Harley Quinn poster. You might in the far off corner. Marceline is in it, and she's like drinking the red from Harley's hat. Marceline is my favorite character in all of Adventure Time. She's the character that I can relate to the most, because I was that emo kid in high school. Well, middle school, really. High school, I got over my emo phase, but in middle school, I was definitely that emo kid, and I really vibed with Marceline. I loved her look, I loved her voice, her music, especially, most of which was provided by Rebecca Sugar. So yeah, that was awesome, and I honestly, there was definitely early on hinted at there was some history between her and Bonnabelle, Bubblegum. And that is pretty obvious, and probably the most obvious example of their history, when you definitely think, oh yeah, they were definitely, like, the point where we knew for sure they were definitely exes at some point, but it was never confirmed, was the Door Lord episode, where, Finn forms a band with Jake, Marceline, Bubblegum, and Bimo to open the door with it via music, and Marceline performs the song I'm Just Your Problem, and that sounds like a song you would write for your ex, and I would play the song for you guys, but copyright. YouTube kind of has a problem with that type of thing. So excuse my horrible singing. I am not a singer. So you don't need to tell me that in the comments, but I just want to go through the lyrics. I just want to sing it real quick, at least like the second verse, and kind of go through that, and just to kind of talk about their dynamic and their relationship and how it kind of evolved and repaired itself throughout the rest of Adventure Time. So yeah, the part of the song goes, "Sorry I don't treat you like a goddess, is that what you want me to do? Sorry I don't treat you like you're perfect, like all your little loyal subjects do. Sorry I'm not made of sugar, am I not sweet enough for you? Is that why you always avoid me? I must be such an inconvenience to you. Well, I'm just your problem. I'm just your problem. It's like I'm not even a person, am I? I'm just your problem. Yeah, man. Uh, dude. I related to that song so hard. Like there are so many exes I could have dedicated that song to. Oh man, like that hearing that song and even just singing that right now, like I just hurt. And you could just feel the pain in there. And yo, that's when I was like, I need to know what was like more about their history. Like what is between them? And one of the biggest clues that they were exes is the fact that Bubblegum still has Marceline's concert tee. And, you know, those of you guys who have been in serious relationships before, I know you know a thing or two about the boyfriend hoodie or the boyfriend sweater. I've lost several hoodies and t-shirts due to this. And, yeah, man, that was just a really nice little tidbit. And, like, as, you know, the series goes on and we see stuff like stakes, and we see kind of the origins of how Marceline got her powers, and, of course, her friendship with Bonnie, and her and Bonnie start to get close again, and they're starting to get closer and closer, and they're friends again. They help each other out. They go on adventures together, and even if you see, like, the Marceline solo comic miniseries that they did, she even had, like, an adventure with Bubblegum there. So there's a lot of connection between these two, and the moment, I'm gonna, you know, a little bit of a spoiler for the Adventure Time series finale, so just a spoiler warning here, but the moment when, you know, Marcy thinks Bonnie died, and she just flies into a rage and just destroys the monster, and then she sees Bonnie's okay, they hug, and then they kiss. I was just like, yes, it's about time. I was so happy. Like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I might have squealed a little bit. I was freaking out, and so was the rest of the internet and the Adventure Time fandom. But man, was that a good feeling. I don't know, man, it's just one of those things where it just shows, like, you know, even if, you know, you have even if you have this kind of rough patch and this bad breakup, there are, you know, with a little time and effort and communication, you can understand each other and get to a place where you can be together and be good for each other. And I think that's kind of a really important lesson that Marceline and Bubblegum's relationship kind of teaches, you know, people. That, like, even if you do have hard times, like, you can still work through it. And I think that's really cool. I think they complement each other very well. Marceline is very, like, Bubblegum is very cold, analytic, very scientific driven. She's very much for the facts, and like, she works off of logic. Marceline is very, very passionate. She is driven by passion, emotion, her feelings. You can hear it and feel it in her music, and you can, even in the way she fights, you can see it in that as well. And they complement each other so well. It's like ice and fire. Like, Bubblegum is very much the ice, like the cold, calculated type, and Marceline is the flaming, hot passion. Like, it works so well together, and I just can't get enough of it. Again, like I said, Marceline is my favorite character in all of Adventure Time. So, like, I just want her to be happy. And the fact that she is happy just makes me happy. And that's all I could ever have asked for. Honestly, that was one of the best parts of the Adventure Time series finale. Not just because I'm a fan of the ship, but I'm just a fan of the character herself. And I'm glad she is in such a good place. And you know what? That's why I ship it. And that's why I ship it so hard. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Tell me all your thoughts about Marceline and Bubblegum in the comments down below. Again, I apologize for my, you know, mediocre to horrible cover of I'm Just Your Problem. But I had to do it. I'm sorry. But anyway, guys, Don't forget to leave this video a like to let us know you enjoyed it, and linked somewhere over here in the ether space by my head is a video YouTube's mysterious algorithm thinks you might like, as well as a link, like a channel icon to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. So you can hit that channel, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a new video. Also, I will leave a link, a channel icon for my personal channel, Mr. J's Reviews, so you can check out my personal channel and all my content. I review a lot of, choose your fandom, and I'm pretty sure I cover it. I review music, movies, TV shows, anime, manga, video games, novels, comic books. So if you like any of those things and you like what I do here on Comic Universe, you'll definitely like what I do over on my personal channel, and I would really appreciate the support if you go check that out. I'll leave that linked somewhere over here. I don't know if I'm even pointing in the right direction, but hopefully I am. But until next time, guys, this is Jay from Mr. J's Reviews for the Comic Universe, and hopefully I'll see you next time in the universe. Peace.